Hello Minions and Fiends and all the in-betweens, welcome back to my channel. I've done this, I don't know how many times, trying to do an intro now to get into the talking of the things. So I guess I'll do like an update video. I've been applying to some things, hoping that something good will come out of it. We'll see what happens, because yeah, life is weird that way. I have decided to like build a treehouse kind of thing, not so much a dollhouse, but more of like a treehouse as a project. So I'm gonna start doing that hopefully in the next couple weeks here. I'd like to do it throughout the summer so that I'm able to like paint it outside and not have all the paint fumes inside. I might use acrylic paints, but I might use other paints depending, and still painting something in a larger capacity and doing it outside is probably a little better for me in the long run. So I'm hoping to do that. But I also have comics up, which is super exciting. I have ones about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, I have ones about mast cell activation syndrome, hyperpots, and also canary air, which talks about like different aspects of being allergic to fragrance. And as we all know, being here, if you've been here before, how much fragrance impacts people like me in a negative way. Maybe not everyone with MCAS, that's for sure, but definitely for someone like myself who has had many adverse reactions to fragrance, I will continue to push for change in fragrance-free areas, because I do believe that people like me need to be seen and heard, and we do. We do have opinions, voices, and we also have dreams and ambitions and things that we want to achieve. And I think by making the air safer for everyone is where we should start. So yeah, those are some little updates on those. I am looking forward to doing some more sound design stuff, which is something I'm basically just teaching myself at this point, because I like to make little weird videos and that kind of stuff and want to use music that I've created. So I've got some I got like a little singing bowl, like a Tibetan singing bowl the other day. I got like a harp kind of thing. The one that I got, sadly I was going to get one that was already like prefabricated, like made already, and it was cheaper, but now when I look on Amazon, they are not cheap anymore. They're quite a lot of money. So the ones that were on the cheaper end, more affordable, were the ones to make your own. So I figured we could probably paint something probably horror related, more than likely, or odd on it on stream sometime, and then I could try to put it together. I don't know if I'm going to put it together properly because I don't know anything about building a harp, but I thought it might be a cool DIY kind of thing to do, and then maybe make like a little video about it afterwards, or something like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that kind of thing eventually someday on the stream. I know I have a lot of plans, and I do talk a lot about a lot of the plans that I have, but I do tend to make them happen even if they are way down the road, so there is that. I know that my gaming channels have kind of like fallen off in the sense of me just not uploading on them, and a lot of that is because I had moved, and the whole moving process is stressful. If you have chronic illness, you know that moving can be more exhausting in the long run, and there's no real like bounce back period after moving, so it does take a lot of time to get to a point of feeling like, yeah, I'm doing okay-ish to do these things, right? Like, I have been making videos, like clipping stuff and that kind of thing for like Overwatch and that kind of stuff, which is a game I seem to have become quite obsessed with, mostly because I really enjoy it and I like playing D.Va. She's my favorite character on there. So it is something that I will continue to do. It's just, will I be posting the content is the whole other story, because like I said, it does take a lot of time and energy and effort in those regards. And I'm not saying like I don't want to do it anymore by any means. I do want to do it. I just need to work it into my schedule now that I have all of these other things going on as well. And I do want to still make art content. I just feel like the content that I was making on my art channel was more stuff around like the what are they called, like the ink blot kind of drawings that we were doing, and then the abstract kind of blind contour things. Those were the things that tended to get more views. Whether the negative or positive engagement is a thing though, like that's kind of where I'm at with that. There was a lot of engagement on those ones, so I feel like those are the content that I need to make more of for that channel, even though I don't feel like it's necessarily my best work. it is the work that people were engaging with more on that channel. Same with like the stuff where I did like phobia kind of drawings or paintings. So I think maybe doing some more of those as miniatures would be good. I do have some stuff I want to apply to art-wise, so I'll probably work on some paintings and that kind of stuff on stream. I do have a lot of canvases, like board canvases that I've acquired over the years, or like magnets and that kind of stuff, or, you know, just paper, blah, blah, because when you're an artist and people know you're an artist, if someone, say, passes away, as an example, you sometimes get art supplies that were left over. So there's that, and there's also like my mom tends to pick stuff up for me, which I'm very grateful for, and I have had friends send me art supplies as well in the past, so I do my best to use the things that I've been given because I don't want them to go to waste, and there's just too much stuff that's in the landfill. Which brings me to other things. I have made something. I don't know if I can lift him up. I could actually probably try. I don't know, actually. I might just need to put like a photo of him up. I made a light thing, and he is fun. He's like a light monster, essentially. His name is Light in German, and he was fun to make. He's got a lot of foam in him. It was basically one of my old lights that I used for streaming, and I did like the light, but because of moving, it got banged, and instead of throwing it out, I repurposed it. So there's that. I do think that doing things like that is beneficial to repurposing things instead of just having them end up in the landfill. And styrofoam is one of those things that doesn't break down, so I put that inside of the light, and I built its mouth that way with the styrofoam, as well as putting its teeth in and all of that kind of stuff inside of the styrofoam. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to remember to put a picture up here so you can see that. So there has been quite a bit of stuff that I have created. I just am not the best at posting it. I think because once I've created something and I get all that creative energy out, I'm kind of like tired and I don't want to like photograph it or whatever. But I think I need to get better at doing that. I feel like I need to have more stuff out there in that regard. So I am revamping my website, my art website, which I don't tend to share with people right now, but I'm hoping to have it nicely revamped and have it more I don't know if more organized is the right word. I don't think that's the right word. I think I just want it to change. Like, I feel like I've changed as an artist, and so my artistry should also reflect that, like my artist website, if that makes sense. So that's kind of the goal as well. So that's kind of like a little bit of an update on those things. I do have a lot of stuff happening health-wise, which I'm not really up for talking about still. I'm very tired. Some days I'm going to bed at like 3 o'clock. Some days I'm staying an entire day in bed. And I'm doing my best to try to keep going because there's a lot of policy changes happening here in Canada, at least in Alberta, that I may not necessarily agree with, but they are happening. So I'm doing my best to deal with my stress levels and to cultivate a healthier mindset, I suppose. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm probably going to cut it off here. But I do appreciate you being here, and I hope that I see you guys in the next one, and I hope to have another update for you fairly soon. We'll see what happens though, because sometimes it can be months in between. But if you don't see me on here, feel free to come watch me on Twitch or check out my other content on my other channels. Thank you. Bye.